where I live, there is a nursing home up on the mountain that has been here for years. And about everyone in their family has worked there, including my family. So basically, there are tons of stories, but I want to tell three because they're my favorite. The first one is for my aunt when she worked there. There was a woman that, as she was passing away, it was so strange. Her face kept on changing each day as she was passing away because it took her 2 or 3 days. And then dogs kept gathering around her window outside as she was passing away. The nurses and the aides couldn't figure out what was going on with this woman. And even the doctor came in. And as she was passing away, he couldn't figure out why her face was changing so badly. So, as each day got closer, more and more dogs would gather outside her window. And some nights, even they would bark relentlessly. And the night that she ended up passing away, her face had transformed into a dog's face. And as the aides was cleaning out of her closet, they found almost like a ritual area in her closet at the nursing home. It was just so odd, and no one could explain it. Well, that's the first scary story, sort of. Um, the second scary story is another one. I wasn't there personally, but my friend was. Now, I had worked at this nursing home for years as well. And of course, we have another resident that's passing away. And the night that she coded, it was only two aides and one nurse there, of course. And before she passed away, or during, she had walked up to the nurse's station and asked the nurse to come to her room. And of course, the nurse wasn't paying attention too well because, of course, they're always short staffed up there. And as the nurse was following her, she noticed that the angel of death was walking into her room. And after the resident had walked back in her room and the nurse had followed behind, the nurse couldn't get into her room because the door slammed shut. And as she was passing away, they noticed that the angel wings from the angel of death had imprinted on her door. Now, like I said, I wasn't there personally for that story, but I have seen the angel wings on that door. Now, for the third story, I was actually there. Of course, we were short staffed while I was working there, and this nursing home, I'd worked there for 14 years. I can't tell you what year exactly that this happened or what day, but I remember we were short staffed. It was me and one other aide and one nurse again, and we'd already finished our round. So me and the other aide and the nurse was just sitting at the um, nurse's station trying to do our book work. And all of a sudden we hear a scream and it sounded like glass breaking. Of course, we all jump up. We start freaking out. We think something's wrong. So we check all the doors, which was locked, and we checked every window inside every resident's room. We could not figure out where the screaming was or what the glass was from. But we all heard it, so we know we couldn't have been like accidentally falling asleep or dreaming or what have you. So we nodded off and we go back to the nursing station to finish our work. So as we continued to sit there, we all of a sudden hear another scream, and we look down the hall. We had 3 halls in this nursing home, and it was the longest hall. And we see the oddest thing. We see this little boy running down the hall, we all look at each other like, how the heck did he get in here? What's going on? You know, and as we're trying to find him, he runs into the last room. And of course, when we get in there, the resident had passed away. Not exactly scary per se with me telling you, I guess, but it's just odd occurrences with ghosts that we can't explain. And we know we're not, we've heard plenty of ghost stories from this nursing home, but with all three of us seeing it, we just couldn't ever explain it, where the little boy came from, where the broken glass came from. Like I said, we checked every window and we checked every resident. They were sleeping, so we just odd occurrences happening. And like I said, that nursing home has been around for years, and everybody and their mama has worked there.